After watching Fear Street, the trilogy films, I'm almost certain that Divorcegate was manufactured in order for us to connect the dots, because there are too many coincidences of how Fear Street is connected to Stranger Things. At first it seems simple enough. Oh, Maya Hawke, Sadie Sink. Then we get into very specific imagery that's very similar. With each movie, it gets more and more like Stranger Things. Even more than it confirms Conformity Gate, it confirms Shadow Gate. We have Sunnyvale and Shady Side. And everything in these movies is very strong in the symbolism. As I've said before in other videos, what I'm noticing in the MetaGate, that's also another gate that is definitely confirmed by these movies, is the symbolism of Yggdrasil, the Norse mythology of it, of Odin hanging from the tree, is heavily strung about through the MetaGate verse. So far what I've noticed, it's specifically with projects including Sadie Sink. But also, something very bad is going to happen. So anything really connected to the Duffer Brothers, or anyone connected to someone who's connected to the Duffer Brothers, is harking on symbolism from Norse mythology, which is interesting because D&D heavily borrows from Norse mythology. Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life that connects all the realms, is known to be in more pain than any human being could imagine. It is the pain tree. Throughout the story, they're all connected, all three movies. You cannot watch one without the other, and you have to watch in order. I'll try not to spoil things, but in the third trilogy, I think it's also actually in the second, the cave tunnels that we see in season 5 with Henry, they're in the movies. The pulsating heart that was in the pain tree is in the caves that look like the tunnels that look like the cave. The caves and the tunnels and the trees are sharing imagery.
Also, if you were thinking the church was random in season 5, it wasn't, because in the trilogy, that's where the 12 children are. They're taken and trapped in the church.
The use of certain names like Henry and Alice. And I know you're going to say, oh, those are just, common names. Common names included in the 12 children that were gotten in the trilogy. I'm not even talking about the 12 children of Stranger Things. I'm talking about the 12 children of the trilogy that get taken by a guy who likes to gouge people's eyes out. If you believe in Conformity Gate, if you believe in MetaGate, or even if you don't, you will see things when you see Fear Street. You will see the connections, and you will see why it was important that not only do people watch Fear Street, but people watch Fear Street after having watched the season finale of Stranger Things, is what very might have well led to this manufacturing of Divorcegate. Because did we even do anything like this for Game of Thrones or Lost? Like, go into the marriage history of the creators of the shows? No. It's really random. Really strange. Oh, and I know some of you are going to say, oh, this just proves that Ross Duffer stole from his wife. And that would also mean that something very bad is going to happen. That director also stole from Ross Duffer's wife. And that would also mean, oh, the people that created Odessa also stole from Ross Duffer's wife, Lee Janik. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, Lee. Or, since there are no lawsuits of all these creators stealing from Lee, maybe they all just decided to work together. I don't think it's that insane to think people work together in the same industry. It also heavily implies that season 5 finale was not written on the spot that that was a lie, for it to have that many visual connections to Fear Street. And I can already hear you saying, oh no, Ross Duffer's subconscious mind remembered his ex-wife's project. But for the designers to also have subconsciously, let's say Ross didn't directly say it and it was his subconscious describing it, for him to be so in sync with the designers to create the tunnels and the heart, the pain heart beating. No. Too many coincidences. And I haven't even pointed out all the ways that these shows connect. Visually, stylistically, thematically, motif, patterns. It's too many coincidences.